Hello everybody, my name's Nicola and welcome back to my channel. This is the Frugal Cottage where we talk all things money to help you on your financial journey. Today's video is a cash envelope stuffing for the second week in May. Let's get started. So I am finding that the temptation to spend stuff online is kind of creeping in a bit more. And when I spend money online, it doesn't come out of this because obviously I need to use my card. So I'm trying to kind of get out of the habit of that. And I'm not someone who generally shops a lot online, but I feel like at the moment, just because of how things are, I feel like I'm being tempted more. However, these are my cash envelopes that I use for kind of everyday living, day to day. I suppose this cash envelope system, as always, is on Amazon, so I'll leave it down below if you want to check that out after this. So let me just get my cash envelopes out. So if you're new here, I have food, petrol, miscellaneous, children and eating out. They're the five I'm going to talk about. And as always, this is for our family, so this is different to what you would do. I love the cash envelope system. This combined with the budget planner that I use every day, and I'll leave a link below to that if you want to check that out, really has transformed our finances. But anyway, so you can see that all of these envelopes are empty. I have emptied those already. So it's another week here. It's not particularly any different to normal. So that means that the cash envelopes, the budget or whatever just stays the same as always. How are you finding your budget? Let me know in the comments below how you're finding things. But first of all is the food budget. So again, as always, I'm going to put £60 here. 40, 60. I'm actually going to go to a different supermarket for the food shop this week. Now, if you've watched my videos, you'll know that I'm a massive fan of shopping at Morrison's. I shop there week in, week out. It's fairly close to us, but I always find it it's the best one to go to. However, I do have a couple of reasons as to why I'm going to go to Sainsbury's this week. And the first one is I've got a £6 off £40 shop kind of voucher. And then I do have £5 worth of Nectar points as well. So if I go there, I'm going to end up getting £11 off the food shop. So me being the budget conscious person that I am, can't say no to that. So, and Sainsbury's is just in town, so it's not like I'm going anywhere particularly different. It's just, I do find Sainsbury's more expensive because I generally think it is, but I think for that kind of money off and as maybe a one-off, then that's okay. It'd be interesting to see how much I spend this week. So I put £60 in there for the food shop. Part of me is like, well, what happens if you go over it because you go somewhere different? I don't feel like I should do. I don't feel like I'm going to buy anything particularly different. Obviously, the only thing that will impact that a lot is if there's a massive difference in the price range. So I will let you know, but that's that. So £60 has gone in the food envelope there. Petrol this week, I'm going to put £20 in this week. It's fairly, is it just over half? So I think £20 will do this week, and then it'll be £30 after that. So £20 goes in there. We did, so I keep talking about the car, we did go and look at some new cars this week. We are having to make a decision, but our car is getting on for 10 years old. It's done over 70,000 miles and I rely on it to get to work, which takes me about 45 minutes to drive to, and I just need something that's reliable. And I've loved our car, but we're maybe thinking that now is the time we might need to change it for something that's a bit newer, a bit more kind of secure, I suppose. You can tell that we're driving an older car now. It's so I'll explain more about that if we decide to make any changes. But for now, there's £20 in the petrol envelope. Miscellaneous, so this is the cats, and I do know that I need to get some more cat food this week. So £20 is going to go in the miscellaneous. I've made that sound like it's just for the cats. It's not, it's household stuff as well, but I know for this week I do need to get more cat food for that. So I've put £20 in the miscellaneous envelope there. Don't think we need anything else from the miscellaneous envelope particularly. We've got things like dishwasher, washing, all the household things that cost a lot. Obviously we need to get things like toilet roll, maybe some kitchen roll, things like that, but I don't feel like I'll spend that £20 or all of it anyway. Obviously I'm going to spend some, but we'll see. Then children, so again, we're just not doing very much. And their budget, well, it's there, isn't it? It's there if they need it. So because I know we're not doing very much, and actually the weather forecast for the week ahead is particularly awful, so I'm going to put in £10 into their budget. I don't see me spending that this week, just because we can't go anywhere or do anything still. And if we do go anywhere, it's normally out to like the park or something, and then you don't really spend anything anyway. Although if my children had their way, they'd have multiple ice creams while we're there. And we do sometimes, so we do sometimes get an ice cream, even though it doesn't feel very warm. But apparently that doesn't matter when you're 5 and 3, whether it's warm or not. So there you go. So there's £10 in the children's budget there. That seems like not very much for them, but from, again, kind of week in, week out, we don't really spend that much on them that's not specifically theirs. So obviously their food comes out of our food budget, household stuff comes out of household budget. Money that's specifically for them only covers quite a small amount of things. And so kind of on just a normal week, which this week is going to be, in terms of we're just at work and school and whatever, it kind of doesn't get touched in the same way. And yes, if I was able to take them places on Saturday, then maybe it would. We're not quite there yet, are we? Not much longer though. Hey, if you've got children, where is the first thing you're going to take them when everything is open back to normal again? Where is the first thing that they've asked to go? I can tell you that for mine, the first place that we're going to go when it feels kind of okay to do so is they both want to go swimming. So that's where we're going to go. So let me know in the comments below where you're taking yours. And also things like, we were watching something, a program the other day about a zoo. And my 3-year-old hasn't ever been to one because obviously, you know, we've been in this kind of scenario for so long. He's not even been to any kind of wildlife thing really. So things like that I'm hoping we'll get to do this summer and kind of make up things like that. Hence why I've got those sinking funds to do with some holidays. If you've not seen the sinking fund video, I'll leave it below. But that, you know, that kind of thing, I feel like sometimes he's missed out because we've not been able to do as much as maybe we would have in a normal kind of circumstance. But there you go, but everybody's in the same boat, aren't they? So I can't do anything about that. And then the final one is eating out. I have kind of got a bit lazy about cooking, and I've been doing like much more kind of, not ready meals, but kind of things you just shove in the oven, and also spending every week this eating out budget. And if you watched my videos last year, you'll know that last year I did a no spend year and didn't go to Costa at all. And then this year, because the rules have changed and I feel like things are different, I seem to go all the time, and I'm kind of like, this is why I did the no spend year and got out of the habit, because I'd got into the habit of going all the time, and I feel like that's getting back there. So I'm going to put £10 in this eating out budget, but I might do a challenge to myself to see if I can have it still in there by the end of the week. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to see. So I'm going to put £10 in here, the final £10. But what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to see whether I can still have that in there by the end of the week, because it's just a habit, and it really is that. Sometimes I feel like, do you know, if I really thought about it, I definitely didn't need one, but do I really want one, or am I just going because it's easy and I pass it on the way home? You know, it's that kind of thing. And that's the kind of thing where over the long term adds up to so much money without you even realising it. So yeah, my challenge to myself this week. Let me know if you think I can do this. Be interesting to see what people think. But I'm going to see if I can leave that £10 in there. So eating out is £10, children is £10, miscellaneous is £20, petrol is £20, and then food is £60. And they are my cash envelope setup system for the week ahead. Let me know how you're getting on, how your cash envelope's working at the moment. Are you still finding this system useful? Like I said, this combined with the budget planner has absolutely transformed my spending most of the time. So yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate when you join me on here. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you again very soon.